So today I wanted to talk about logical fallacies, which are testimonies based on inaccurate thoughts and distorted information. A lot of you are really offended by the Confederate flag and throwing a fit because there's a privately owned store in Elk Grove, California that has a Confederate flag hanging up. And so they've been getting death threats, employees have been getting threatened in person, people have been going to the business and protesting and causing a ruckus and just being disrespectful. Um, when the store's owner asked one of the men to move off of his premises, the guy says, "This is a free country." So if it's a free country, why are they a private business being prohibited from having free speech? That's a contradiction right there. And I personally think that a lot of you are just taking issue with things and being offended because you like being vigilantes, you like enforcing your own method of justice, and it's really not cute. What you should be paying attention to is the fact that we have no water. Why is nobody protesting at the Capitol about getting new sources of water? You guys don't care that we could run out of water and have nothing to drink and people could die, right? You don't care that there are people in California, about 1 million of them, that have no running water. And you guys really don't even care about this new Kings Arena, which took $255 million of public funds without the public voting on it, and they tore down the downtown mall, the K Street Mall, and replaced it with a big hole in the ground. Also, they've been tearing down historical buildings in Sacramento, and it just really does not make sense that you're protesting a flag when your rights are being taken away, and you're helping take rights away from other people also. I just don't understand what's wrong with society today. You guys aren't paying attention to things that matter. You're minding the business of other people and not minding what you should be paying attention to. We're in a very tough deficit right now. The country's over $18.5 trillion in debt. Do you really think it's a good time to build a new arena when we have no water, we have such a large debt, and that is public money? Also, there is no parking for this arena. We don't have the infrastructure to support all those people plunging into downtown during rush hour to see a Kings game. And matter of fact, the Kings are not even really good players. They don't deserve an arena. They haven't earned it. And if they did, they should have paid for that with their own money. It's not fair that the public's being put on hook. You guys are tearing down existing structures. There are people living on the streets, people going without food, but you're blowing money like it's the end of the world. I mean, you really need to think about your motivation and what you're doing. And I forgot the most important thing. The Confederate flag represents unity to some early Americans. They are not necessarily in support of slavery or racism. They just like the fact when the southern states were unified and they were happy. And what is so different about the Confederate flag and the American flag? I mean, they're both made the same country. Also, the California state flag is a picture of a bear. Bears kill people all the time. No one's offended by that. Oh, and then another thing I wanted to talk about is the issue of white supremacy. It doesn't really mean what you think it is. It's not about having racism. It's about them having pride in their culture. And instead of challenging these ideas and throwing a fit about it, maybe consider creating black supremacy, pride in your own culture, helping your own people out instead of, bickering amongst each other and trying to take each other down, or Asian supremacy, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just faith or having, belief that you are the best. And if, for example, I believe myself to be superior, why would I worry about what inferior beings are doing, as long as they're not in my way?